Guys, DG, I'm back again. Thank you for having me. I thought Sunday, I don't know why. I believe who is it? Is it Cardiff versus Burnley? Forgive me if that's not the fixture, but what kind of Super Sunday on Sky Sports is that? So there's not really any football. So I'm not going to watch that game. I'm going to watch Sunday. I'm going to play five-a-side. So yeah. But I thought within that time to now, I might as well make my preview for Fulham. I know I'm being cheeky because we've got Kat Yarrow back in midweek, but you guys need to allow me. I know my work rate is mad, but I'm not going to lie to you lot. I am not on giving you all the vids I give in the week. I've recorded quite a lot. I'm not on it being late at night, reviewing the Kat Yarrow bag result, and then having to preview this again. In fact, I say that I'm being lazy because I'm so sure this game is at 5 something. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But allow me, man. Even YouTube's Lucas Torreira can't cover everything. So any injuries, any madness that happens with regards to the week, allow me, people. But in regards to us versus Fulham, Fulham versus Arsenal, Arsenal versus Fulham, London derby of sorts. It's not really a derby. I ain't gonna smoke with Fulham. This used to be a regular fixture until they got relegated. Um, Fulham's a good club, man. I mean, they've for a minute they've needed to get promoted. They're a club which I've got a lot of time for their emphasis on youngsters, man. I mean, there might not be too many homegrown youngsters in there from their academy currently in their first team, but they've obviously got Sessegnon. I really rate a youngster called Matt O'Reilly that I think he made his debut in the Cat Yarabel Cup. They've got Harvey Elliott. They've got a manager that had the faith to play these play Sessegnon in things like the Championship playoff final. So I like Fulham. They played good football last year in the Championship. This year it's been a bit hard for them. I mean, they've got 5 points, 1 win all season. They have not kept a clean sheet. They sit in 16th. So yeah, I mean, even regards to the not keeping a clean sheet, it's a bit pantomime their defense. And I'm trying to not be disrespectful. Obviously, Chambers can't play against us, but he's been in and out the side. Mawson struggled with injury. Timmy Fosu-Mensah has been in and out the side. I think they've got Dennis O'Doy, quite short for a centre half, but he's alright. But either way, it hasn't been happening. They've got Ream as well, who's alright, but they've been chopping and changing, and it isn't quite working for them at the back. So you'd think that's the first area we've got to target, man. I mean, I know as an Arsenal fan how much it hurts to have a woeful defence, how to not be able to defend, to concede cheap goals. All of this has happened from Fulham this year. I mean, Fulham, even in their draw against Watford, if Watford could take their chances and didn't allow Fulham to score, they'd walk away with 3 points. But Fulham have really struggled this year. I mean, they've got Mitrovic and he's doing all right. They've brought in some good signings. Sherlow's done all right when the chances are presented. Seri's definitely going to be at a bigger club, whether they leave or stay, in my opinion, next year. So yeah, it's a game we need to take advantage of. They play good football. The problem is they've got issues at the back. We need to ask the same questions that people ask of our defence. We need to ask of theirs. Home or away, they've been poor in terms of conceding goals. So bring them to our place. Ideally, for me, people, score within the first 10, 15 minutes because that does several things. If we get in behind and ask questions of their defence, they're already low on confidence, already nervy. They're playing away from home. They're going to sink into shells. Not only that, if we score, their heads are going to drop and the floodgates might open. Equally saying that, if we score very early on, they have no choice but to bring the game to us to try and get something from it, to which holes will open. But we must also say the flip side of these things, and I have to keep saying these things. They've not kept a clean sheet this year. They're struggling to keep clean sheets. They're struggling to defend. They're struggling to just be efficient in all areas of the pitch. How many times have we said all of these things in pre-games, only for during the game, all of these things to go out the window and that team suddenly to have these magic powers? That typically happens against Arsenal. So we need to be wary of that. If I was the manager of Fulham, I'd be sitting in there and saying, listen, lads, I've backed you time and time again. I'm not getting the same thing. I'm backing you in public and shooting myself in the foot. You're not putting in performances. We've got Arsenal. They're a soft touch historically. They've got a new manager. Go and ask them questions. It's not that they're not Manchester City's level. I'd actually be telling these Fulham players, some of you could, whether I believe it or not, some of you are good enough to play for them. Some of you are good enough to play for bigger clubs. And that's logic which should allow them to be hungry to get at us and things. I love Sessegnon, but I don't feel his form in the Premier League warrants anything. And if he's playing left wing back, I think he had a good game in the last game we ever Fulham played. I saw it on Match of the Day in the highlights. He's someone we've got to target. We've just got anyone in that defence. Questions have to be asked because they're nervy. Balls in behind to Aubameyang. Balls to feet to Lacazette. If Aaron Ramsey's playing, run behind. Mkhitaryan and Ozil pull the strings. Iwobi, you know, Iwobi's cool with it. He just gets involved, floats around and gets involved. Even Xhaka, you probably have a lot of time on the ball. Find these passes. You're great when you're like Pirlo when you got time on the ball. Problem is when you're getting pressured. But yeah, man, like we've also got to be wary because regardless, Mitrovic is playing all right this season and he's a handful both technically and physically and his movement. So the centre halves are gonna have to be wary. Vieto might not be in good form, but he's still got terrific movement for a striker. So we need to do we need to do stuff. I do think similar to us at times, Fulham are lacking in aggression, so we kind of need to go and do that against them. Ryan Session's perfect audition for Southgate and bigger clubs in a game like this. Seri the same. So we really got to close Seri out the game. That's one thing I give Fulham. They're not afraid to play football. We need to dead all of that. Dead that in the first 10 minutes. Make them scared, like really and truly. For me, the back five, four excluding the keeper, all pre-game, all training. Surely, Emre's got the analytics man them out there to see the sort of goals they concede, whether they're vulnerable from set pieces or whipped crosses or chipped crosses or whatever the analyst dons get paid for. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be doing that. So I guess there's nothing more to say other than the lineup. To be fair with you, oh yeah, no, where there is. They're 16th. We sit 5th, 15 points. We win. We're on 18. We're at possibility of dropping behind Watford. Wolves and Leicester can draw level with us if we drop points as well. So we need to kind of fix up. Spurs are currently level with us. Well, they're level with us, but they're ahead of us on goal difference. So if they drop points, question marks. So we need to do what we need to do. So I guess the only thing is the lineup. It's a bit risky doing this ahead of the Cat Yarabag game, but you can imagine there'll be a lot of changes. So Czech's not going to be back for it, so I'd play Leno in goal. I go with actually hopefully they don't let me down, but at this moment in time on this Sunday, I'd go Leno in goal, Socrates, Holding, Bellerin, Monreal, Torreira, Xhaka, Mesut Ozil. Torreira, Xhaka, Iwobi, Mesut Ozil, Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. That would be it, to be fair. I'd like to see Iwobi in the Ramsey role sort of, but he's probably going to start in midweek, so I'm not too sure if he'll start against Fulham, to which I'd probably insert Ozil there and put Mkhitaryan on the flanks, but it'd probably be Aaron Ramsey. So one more time, Leno, obviously Bellerin, centre halves and Socrates and what's his face, Holding, left back Monreal, midfield of Torreira. If it's me, who did I actually say? Torreira, Xhaka, Mesut Ozil or Mkhitaryan, to which one of them, either or, whichever one's not in the 10 position on the flanks. In fact, I didn't say that. This is why I should write it down. Or Iwobi in the 10 position, Ozil on the flank or whatever. But I would like to actually see Iwobi, Mkhitaryan and Ozil start, because I think it's a game where we need our technicians on the field make things happen. Ozil pick out passes, Mkhitaryan float and find space. The same goes for Iwobi. So yeah, man, that would be my preview anyways. That would be it from me. Guys, DG, thank you very much for your time. And it won't be Sunday when you see this, but enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this, however you're watching this. It means a lot anyways. DG.